would I be?
Excuse me while my drive spins up. That's pretty good maniacal laughter, right? That's pretty good.
Mwahahaha.
I don't think that's how Dwight sounds. Oh my god, should I complete it?
Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna complete it. This is going to be the best. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Church's Ponkwij. Ponkwij? Is that what we're going
Yes.
with? Yeah. The Perch of Ponkwij. I am Du, joined by Du Hast, and Du Hast mich, and Du Hast mich gefragt. Du.
I think that's me, for the record. The rest are shorter, somehow.
It's perfectly done. I'm so happy about this. So yeah, anyway, thank you, Masami, for changing the song lyric that you had to something by Dirty Vegas. Hadn't thought about that song in years.
You're welcome.
Well, it was a good time. And anyway.
You changed my name!
I had to. I had to for the podcast, and then I'll switch it back later. I'll undo all the damage that I've done.
You're fine. You've clicked and you've typed some. I'm so worried. I'm going to get my panties in a twist. It's gonna be a whole fucking thing.
I forgot that you can actually change people's names if you have that setting. But yeah, it was a fun week of first custom statuses and then actually changing our names, and I'm glad that Rammstein found a way.
Oh,
Rammstein always finds a way.
Mm-hmm.
It rams it in there, Zero. You should know that by now.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because in German, it means the same in German as it does in English.
Nah.
So yeah, what brings you to the streaming cam this evening, Zero?
I don't know. I just felt like doing it.
I appreciate that.
I'm having a good goatee day.
You're always having a good goatee day.
Free mustache rides for everybody. And yes, it means exactly what you think it means.
Can we give each other mustache rides if we both have mustaches? Can we simultaneously give one another a mustache ride?
Yes.
Have to be pretty flexible.
How about no?
Why can I barely hear Masami? Oh, it's because she's at 69%. Wait, hang on.
Well, that and I was also away from my mic, so.
Yeah, you're good.
I was actually going to say, Zero, your face is like looking like a little thinner, and I don't know if that's the goatee doing its work or if you're done some life improvements.
It's because I don't eat. I eat like breakfast and then nothing again until dinner. I snack throughout the day, and thank God for Ozempic.
Yeah, no, I totally get you. Since I started my Monjaro, I've lost like 30 pounds.
Yeah, it's great. And then once you hit that plateau, it fucking sucks.
What's Monjaro?
It's a similar drug as Ozempic. It's just a different brand.
Oh, y'all are on drugs. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we got the beatus.
Cool. That's cool. Oh, I mean, the beatus isn't cool, but doing drugs is cool.
Right.
Right, kids?
If you're gonna say the beatus, you gotta say it right. Beatus.
I'll let you say it. You've been at it longer.
Beatus.
We just have to stab ourselves once a week.
Yep.
Where's Wilford Brimley Cat?
Loved Wilford God bless Wilford Brimley Cat.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Oh, so I have two articles here that I need clarity on from the people who play WoW, and then I have one for everybody else.
The people who play WoW, I believe I'm probably the only one here who actually plays WoW. There's one person here who used to play WoW.
Masami, yeah. What sobriety chip are you up to?
I know I'm for sure over 5 years. I might be approaching 10. I might be getting my 10-year chip here soon.
That's great. That's great.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Masami, for being clean from WoW. But, alright, C0C, you're a filthy degenerate. World of Warcraft, the war within data miners unearth what they think may be a new playable race. What is this, and why?
Do we need to care?
It was a fun article. The data miners found stuff, and it is very likely going to be a new playable race. If not at the start of War Within, it will be shortly thereafter.
Okay. So they're called the Heronir? Yes.
They're a bat-like creature.
And some players believe that they look like the missing link between dark trolls and night elves.
It's true. They are the missing link. Goodbye.
You know, Doc, when you said that name, I had to think about what you said because I'm like, why did they name a race after heroin?
Because they're becoming self-aware. That's why.
Oh God. They might make more money if they become self-aware.
Delicious crack.
No.
Sumptuous heroin. Yeah, so WoW's going strong, and I take it this is going to be part of a new expansion that's going to come out?
Yes, sometime later this year.
So WoW is still going strong. I wonder if it'll be like a celebratory event where it's like, hey, we're relaunching in China. Here's new content to interest you.
Well, no, that's what the next, 3 or 4 months is for.
Oh, that'd be nice. Get all the Chinese people, all the Chinese players back in the game. Hopefully they didn't lose all their shit.
They probably did.
They definitely did. A lot of the Chinese players. The gold farmers will be back because they need that money.
Ah, yes. The gold farming.
Ah, yes. Capitalism.
What the I looked away. What the fuck is happening, Omega? Why? You almost died.
Yeah, I'm in a tough fight against a mid-game mini-boss that I got left all alone to fight. There are currently 3 of them.
Did the other guys leave?
Yeah, they're all fighting another one.
Yikes.
Rock and stone, am I right?
They're all dead. I took one of them out, and they took out the other 2.
Alright, and the other Warcraft article was about how Microsoft really hasn't been interfering with Blizzard ever since the acquisition.
Yes, which is great. But some people are taking it as Blizzard being Blizzard. We don't know if that's a good thing. But, yeah.
Specifically, yeah, there's no one at Microsoft
Yeah.
asking Blizzard to do anything.
Correct.
WoW is doing very well, and they're just, yeah, I mean, well, that is the smart thing to do. Just let WoW continue being WoW.
This car is amazing.
Oh, God. Zero's into Forza.
The Peel Trident, it's a 3-wheel vehicle, and it is amazing. It only goes 35 miles an hour, top speed.
Is it appealing, Zero?
It is very appealing. Thank you for the joke.
I unironically like that car. I would drive this car in real life.
Wonder what the center of gravity is like. Let me see if I can take a. Oh no! This thing's getting. Oh yeah,
You
there
can
she goes.
fucking drift.
Not for long, but yes.
Yeah.
Oh god, I bet you I could get this car up to 40 going downhill.
I imagine there are a precious few types of people that would drive a car like this, like communists from the 1960s, or in modern day, just complete psychopaths armed to the teeth.
Like anybody in Virginia.
I am definitely the latter.
In the foothills of Pulaski County.
I remember you playing this game before. Why are you ditching that car? That you found the best car in the game.
Because there are other best cars in the game,
No.
like a 1970s Jimmy.
That, I mean, I'll look at it, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be shit. Yeah, it's shit. That just looks like a truck.
It is a truck. Fuck you. I'm from the South. Yeehaw, motherfuckers.
South. I thought you were from West Virginia, Zero.
Misty Mountains, Mountain Mama.
Western Virginia. Western.
They got country roads there, huh?
We do actually.
Yeah.
And they do take me home.
You got moonshine?
Oh, yes, we do.
Do you have Netflix? Can you watch Kingsman?
I can.
Then you're in West Virginia, boy.
Such a good movie.
It's not. Neither of them are. They're fucking...
He said they're fucking awful.
That's why, I mean, there was two of them. I think there was planned trilogy, and they're just like, that's never gonna happen. Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon. Did you guys know that Zack Snyder did a movie called Rebel Moon?
I'd heard about it.
Okay, well, it was such a colossal flop that they decided to make a sequel.
Make a second one. Yeah.
It came out this week. Oh, I gotta watch it.
But you know what wasn't a flop?
Oh my god.
Fallout.
If you're gonna talk,
Fallout reference.
If you're gonna talk about, yeah, fine. You want to talk about the Fallout TV show? Do you want to?
I do not, because I don't want to ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
I'm never.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's up next on me and Steph's list after we finish Perry Mason.
All right, fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ruin it because it is amazing.
Once everybody watches it, that's fine. I am not going to. I have no interest. So at any point you want to talk about it, you can talk about it in front of me. But then you're gonna have to listen to me talk about anime.
I'm okay with this. What part of you knowing me for the last, I don't know, half a decade indicates that I'm not okay with that?
Has it been a half a decade already?
Longer, probably more like 7 years.
What is it? 24? This is going to be the year of our fourth. It's the easiest fucking thing to remember when we started, because we started on in 2020. So yeah, it's 2024, 4-year anniversary. Easiest
4-year anniversary, shit. Yes, but yeah, I knew you guys before that.
Right, and before that, yeah, we're hanging out. But and Masami, I don't know when we started playing Warframe together. That was a long time ago, though.
If we can remember when Spider-Man, what was it? I think it was the second Spider-Man Homecoming. No, maybe the first one.
Was it Samuel Garfield Spider-Man or
no,
Tom Holland?
Yeah, it was Tom Holland. Okay. Because there was a Warframe preview before the movie, and that's what influenced me to start picking up the game. So if we can figure out that date, because I found you guys maybe a month or two after that, because I went, okay, I like this game. I'm gonna go find people who play it, because my WoW experience was like, I need to go find a group.
Oh boy!
Right, Zero?
Yes.
Thank you, Zero.
Just wait, hang on. I got Yes. Sorry, did the Rick and Morty thing. Rick and Morty reference.
Oh, you snap your finger. Got it.
Yes.
Yes. My man. Yeah, Masami, it was 2017.
Okay, yeah, then it's.
And I met you guys shortly after that. So, yeah, it's been 6 years at least.
2017. I had already been playing Warframe for 5 years.
Yeah, it'd be 7 years in about August, I think. August of this year.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
been 84 years. Sorry.
I miss the old memes when they're done right.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh my god, you can get a Barbie convertible. And it is bubblegum pink.
You mean a Kenmobile?
Okay. So, fun story. You can get the Barbie Corvette and GMC Barbie movie Hummer EV pickup. It is the Kenmobile.
Every car in Barbie World is the Kenmobile. That's what the movie taught me. Actually, the movie taught me that nothing will ever change, so stop trying.
Yep.
That was kind of the moral of that story.
All right. Now I need to go to Mini Cooper.
I don't know why you need to use. You can go back to that 3-wheeler, that fucking tricycle with an engine, and just live it up. Not one of those actual tricycles that people who are having like midlife crises go around on.
3-wheel Morgan?
Yeah. What is that? 3-wheel?
That's a 2014. What is that?
I mean, I'm not opposed to this.
It's only $50,000?
If I can pick it up to parallel park it, it's a good vehicle.
It has a motorcycle engine. What the?
Wouldn't that be great?
Oh, it is getting purple. Oh, it is getting purple sparkly paint. Yes.
And that'd be awesome if you got a 3-wheeled vehicle. You just pick up the end with 2 wheels. You treat it like a wheelbarrow and parallel park it that way.
That's what you could do with that peel.
That would be amazing. Zero, have you ever seen a real Mini?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Wait, not the American version that come over here, but the actual Minis that were so small that 4 people actually could pick it up and.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the teachers in high school had one.
That was.
And it was that teacher spent 2 years abroad, and when they moved back to the United States, they had their vehicle shipped from the UK back to the US.
Yeah, because it's literally the size of a standard moving crate.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, that's great. There was a Simpsons gag about that. Nelson laughing at the extremely tall guy who was in the tiny car. Everyone needs to drive a car, even the very tall. This is the largest automobile that I could afford.
What has Shelby got? 67, 65, and 65. Pass.
Okay, and just briefly, nobody has to pay attention to this except for me. City Skylines 2, the devs got fucking embarrassed this last week because they had released a paid DLC called Beachfront Property, and, surprise, surprise, it got overwhelmingly negative reviews on Steam because the base game is still broke as fuck. So, this lackluster DLC, which was $10, comes out. It gets a 4% on Steam. Colossal Order just sort of backs up and reverses course. They're trying to delist the DLC, and they're trying to give that content away for free, and they're trying to refund people, being like, we're sorry. And as they were doing that as part of their their attempt to roll back the DLC, they may or may not, but definitely did accidentally break a whole bunch of vanilla assets in the game. So, as you can see, there are a whole bunch of gray boxes where buildings are supposed to be. That's what happens when you have a no asset file to display. So, City Skylines 2 is still a shit show. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to... Let's maybe later that. Thanks, this guy. Still kind of funny to me.
Yeah, how do they just keep making it worse?
I don't know, but they do. Everything just keeps getting worse week after week.
Ask Ubisoft. Ask Ubisoft. They'll figure it out somehow.
Yeah. Well, Colossal Order and Ubisoft are both shareholder sluts, so they'll tank their reputations for money, no problem. But the thing that I am actually happy about is now these this is a Microsoft article, but there are plenty of news articles that came out featuring this specific thing, pointing out that the reason something I've been saying since launch, Cities Skylines, the original, is so long-lived because it has Steam Workshop support. And it's a very versatile thing to just get all these assets out there and all these mods out there and really let the community take the wheel. And City Skylines is not the friendliest game to mod. It does not have the best API by any means, but it's something. And this game, no, mod support is currently in beta. It did not launch with mod support. Custom assets and all the rest of that are still a fucking shit show because Colossal Order can't get their workshop to work. So, yeah, people are... Even devoted City Skylines fanboys are realizing that they have no choice at this point but to jump off the ship because nobody is buying their shit. So, that's this week on City Skylines. It's just gonna get worse.
This 3-wheel vehicle gets up to 120 miles an hour. This thing is dangerous.
Hey, you know another car that's dangerous?
Mini Cooper.
Tesla Cybertruck.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
Tesla has recalled every Cybertruck this past week over a faulty accelerator pedal. This is actually something funny. This happened in the 2000... Shit, I want to say 2010 to 2014 generation Prius, where it's not that the pedal is faulty, it's that when you push the pedal down far enough, the mat that comes standard on your floor will snag onto the pedal, and it will keep the pedal, the accelerator, down there. The pedal will get stuck on the mat. So that is what is happening with all these Cybertrucks, or that is what I heard earlier, read earlier rather. So there you go. Accelerator pedal pad may dislodge, causing the pedal to get stuck on the vehicle's interior trim. Yep. So this is a problem that has existed in cars before. This is supposed... I mean, Toyota learned from this pretty effectively. There's never been that problem in a Prius since. But yeah, Tesla, again... I'm not going to blame this on Tesla, I'm going to blame this on Elon. Elon, again, couldn't be bothered to just listen to his engineers. He was too busy talking about how Lego designed their pieces to within, like, 3 nanometers or something. Remember that tweet? That was embarrassing. Everything he does and says is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for him. There's no point. He's a billionaire. He didn't give a shit. There are plenty of people white knighting for him on Twitter already. Remember that podcast episode where we went through those tweets about people saying they'd suck his dick if he wanted?
I mean, he's got legions.
He's got legions of soy boys that want to blow him.
I've seen videos of people. There's a block that is attached to the bottom of the accelerator pedal, and people are drilling that off so that this doesn't happen, so that the accelerator doesn't get stuck. And they are putting the mats under it. And I'm like, oh, that's a brilliant idea. I'm sure that block that you just removed had some kind of feature
You know, ordinarily when people are like welding or soldering or grinding things on or off a car, yeah, I'd agree with you. Being like, don't do that because somebody thought about it. But this is Tesla. Do you think it might have just been a worthless, like, you think it might have been part of the manufacturing process of the pedal and no one just bothered to figure out how to not have it?
I mean, okay, factual statement.
No, I don't know. I just think that it's entirely possible that this is such a badly designed vehicle that nobody thought about it.
Entirely possible.
These things, the Tesla Cybertrucks are rusting after going through the car wash, for fuck's sake. How do you fuck up that badly?
This is Elon we're talking about.
Oh my goodness. Where are you trying to take that poor truck? What are you doing,
Trying
Zero?
trying to get that XP sign, but that's okay. I can get it later.
Get out of your vehicle.
And now we're stuck here.
Get out of your vehicle and just slap it.
I can't get out of the vehicle.
Are you sure it wasn't an extra penetration sign?
Ah.
Oh, hang on.
Come on.
Acceptable.
Say, I fixed the volume on it.
Aw.
Zero, if you want to get out of here, yeah, right and left on the wheel as you're...
Yeah, I've tried.
Oh,
That's not
really?
working.
So physics in this game is inferior to GTA.
Yep, it is true.
That's how you get out of it. That's how you get out of any jam in GTA. Right,
yep,
left.
if you're upside down, right, left.
Yep. Oh, that's even better in GTA. Apparently all cars have gyroscopes. So yeah, you just hold left and eventually your whole car comes over. Okay. Oh, hey, Masami.
Yes.
Do you remember okay, in Xena, do you remember the character Callisto?
Absolutely.
Callista? One of those.
Callisto.
Callisto. Ah, like Khaleesi. Oh, that's hot. Yeah, I finally got to that episode arc in Xena at the end of season 1.
Oh.
That's intense.
Nice.
She is an intense character.
She is. And she does come around quite a bit.
She was an absolute menace in Xena and in Hercules.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, they did some good crossover work with her.
Also, she's a smoking hot blonde who's just completely crazy, and I'm learning, watching these shows that I saw when I was 6, 7, 8 years old, I'm learning more and more about my preference in women and where it came from.
Where did it come from?
Well,
Where did it go?
where did it come from,
Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Yep. You're welcome.
Beating that bad. Probably from, okay, I wanna say that it came from Julie Andrews in Sound of Music, because I saw that so many times, and I thought Julie Andrews with the pixie cut was just smoking hot. But yeah, I'm watching more TV shows from my youth, and I'm discovering that, oh, there were a lot of attractive blonde women who were just completely fucking crazy.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
And she wasn't.
Sorry.
So Maria.
I ruined it.
Maria wasn't. No, you added to it, my friend. You made it. That was the icing on that.
I made it mine.
You made it something.
There you go.
If Simon Cowell were here, he would give you a begrudging nod.
No, he wouldn't. He would probably kick me in the dick.
British bastard.
He would say, you can hit that note. Wagga.
That was just in an episode. Gabrielle had to dress up and pretend to be Xena because Xena had been poisoned by a poisoned dart, and she was trying to do the ha la 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 la, and she couldn't do it, and so the guy who was dressing her cinched up her breastplate like too tight, and she did it. It totally worked. Zero making Xena references without even having seen the show recently.
Ever.
You never watched Xena?
I never watched Xena.
Do you want to?
I mean, do I need to?
Yes.
Yeah, Masami, how would you answer that question?
I would say he needs to at least watch a couple episodes, and we can pick out like a greatest hits for him, because he doesn't necessarily need to see from end to end, but there's like some really good key episodes that kind of give you the heft and the flavor of this. And I say this completely not owning every single season on DVD, not at all, not whatsoever.
We looked at that, or I was looking at that the other day. There's 6 DVD box sets for the 6 seasons.
Correct.
They look great. They're on sale. They're on sale right now on Amazon, Masami. You can get them for like $40. Physical copies.
I know, I have physical copies. Like, legitimately physical copies.
Buy more and that could be like Christmas presents. Like everybody that you know gets a Xena box.
Everybody gets a Xena box. Xena for you, and for you, and for you.
That's not a terrible idea. I might actually do that.
No, God.
Haven't seen Xena? Fuck you. Watch Xena. Anyway, it's pretty great. It gets intense, actually. The show is has a lot more dark material than I remember.
Oh yeah. And anytime Kevin Sorbo comes on the screen, I have to contain myself and just be like, okay, let's temporarily flash back to when I was like in middle school and I didn't know that Kevin Sorbo was an asshole.
Was it?
That I didn't realize that.
Just
that he
solace in the fact that Xena rips on him on Twitter all the time.
I know, Lucy Lawless is my hero. I love her so much.
Rips on him.
It's so great.
Twitter.
One of my favorites is when she called him Peanut.
Excuse me?
Kevin Sorbo was talking about how the Capitol rioters were actually. Oh, what was it that she bumped in on? That she butted in on? God, now I have to go find the tweet. He said something that was just obviously really stupid. And she chimed in and was just like, oh no, Peanut, that's not what happened. Shit. Yeah, I've got a folder of that somewhere. I can find that later. But, yes, yeah, Kevin Sorbo has always been a crazy piece of shit. It's just that nobody knew that in the 90s because Facebook and Twitter did not exist.
Yes, the best we had was LiveJournal.
Oh God, LiveJournal.
When did LiveJournal start?
I fucking know.
Is that 97? 98, somewhere around there? It was around for about 10 years before it got bought up by the Russian software company. Now it's owned by Russia. Spoilers.
No.
Yeah.
Say it ain't so.
Your LiveJournal subscriptions are going towards Russian oligarchs.
I'm sure I could remember my LiveJournal login and it still might be there. Every once in a while I check just to see if it's still there.
Yeah.
And like the last time I did it a couple years ago, it was still there. I was impressed.
I dumped a lot of potentially incriminating information onto LiveJournal when Omega and I were in college.
I am not at all surprised.
Well, my name's not attached to anything that I ever do online. And there are no...
Yeah, that's still around. I was actually thinking about that the other day.
It is, yeah, it is still around. A lot of the images were put on fucking Image Shack, because that was a website back in the day, so some of the images are missing, but I still have them, and all the posts are still up there.
Do you still have me pissing off a tank?
I do!
Alright, that's what really matters.
That's the most important.
I also really liked our analysis of Italy. The Hickory. That was also one of my favorites.
Yeah, Europe. Boot, bag of AIDS.
Italy is a hooker boot, and then Sicily is just a big old bag of AIDS attached to, like, that it's kicking like a soccer ball.
LiveJournal was also where
That's great.
I threw that map up. I was just, oh, what did I say? I said Scandinavia is the penis plowing into Europe's vag. Because Germany and Poland, if you take out that little Russian territory right there, look like a vag. And Scandinavia, Norway and Sweden and Finland, they look like a fucking dick. It just makes sense. Also,
God, why did I meet you guys now and not back then? No, you guys wouldn't have hung out with me back then. Never mind.
This one time in
We
college.
didn't hang out with anybody back then. We were antisocial losers, and it was great.
We were antisocial losers, and everybody wanted to be our friends. Oh. We also pulled an all-nighter, and we made a rocket ship out of energy drinks.
No reason. We just decided to do it for fun. Let's not go to sleep tonight.
That's the best reason to do it, just for the fuck of it.
I think I did actually have to write some... That was close to finals. I probably wrote a couple papers that night.
Oh, I would have killed to have read those papers on that little bit of sleep. Yep.
Writing scholarly, or yeah, writing whatever, 10-page essays, whatever, it's not difficult.
No, it's really not.
Like, most of it...
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I imagine the professor being so fucking bored just reading that shit that people write because...
Yeah. I made it an art form to, like... I would do all the research I needed to do, but then I would, like, put off writing it, and then it'd get to the night before, and I would just grab some music and some caffeine and just kind of go to town, and then in the morning there would be a paper. Maybe not proofread the best, but it got me grades.
Do you know how quickly you can get to 10 pages if you've got, like, 50 citations on the footer of every single page? It doesn't matter if it's in 5-point font. That shit adds up fast. God, MLA.
It's not the font that matters, but the spacing that you can really take advantage of.
Yeah, if some professors require double space, and that is the best.
It's golden.
But nowadays it's so much different. Everybody's just putting papers through AI.
Yeah, just ask ChatGPT to write you something.
But now they've got like AI detectors that professors can put like a paper through and detect if it was written by an AI.
Yeah. Actually, I guess that's a good point. I don't think that my writing could be mistaken for an AI having written it, because I make way too many references to shit that is just not related. Because I think I'm funny, but I'm not funny. So I just throw in Futurama.
You're fucking hilarious.
You're really funny, Doc.
Yeah, for about 5 minutes a day, and I have no idea when it starts and stops. What did I say that about? Oh, my aim. I remember that. We were playing Red Dead, and somebody was chasing us, and I capped him right in the head, and Omega actually said, hey, great job. And I feel like I have great aim for 5 minutes a day, but I have no idea when it starts. It does happen. What the fuck were we talking? Oh, Masami and all of you, I wanted to get your opinion on this article that got posted for Wizards of the Coast's president is stepping down.
Oh yeah, interesting.
So Cynthia Williams is leaving the company at the end of the month. That would be the end of April. And an SEC filing disclosed that the president and Hasbro, president of Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro Gaming, informed Hasbro that she was leaving the company as of April 26, and Hasbro is conducting a process to identify her successor. I just wanted to know if you guys had heard anything about this, if she's just, she just feels like it's a good time to leave, or if something's going on.
Man, I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah.
Other than the article that I saw.
Yeah, like when it comes to Hasbro as it just kind of like holds D&D and praise to God it keeps making the money. Um so really like the only thing that one could be hoped for in whatever that woman's replacement is someone who's willing to let wizards keep doing what they're doing. So,
Let wizards be wizards.
yep. They do what they're doing. They've been doing it for a while. Just let them keep going.
Apparently there was an attempt earlier by, the article says, activist investors to spin off Wizards into a separate company, which ultimately failed. Did we talk about that?
No, I don't think we did. I don't remember. If we did, I don't remember it, and that's not saying much.
I know.
I mean, I have had 17 concussions, so memory is not my strong suit.
You don't say. Are you sure you remember the correct number of concussions?
Yes. No, those are medically documented.
So, Masami, no, he doesn't remember, but he has 17 sheets of paper with different dates on them. So he can be sure.
Yes.
In this article, 2023 sounds like it was a great year for Hasbro. They enjoyed the success of Baldur's Gate 3 and Monopoly Go, whatever the fuck. Baldur's Gate 3 was an enormous success. They made $1 billion. Their growth for their profit growth was $1 billion in 2023. And yeah, the only controversy that we covered actually was Wizards was trying to change the open gaming license, which again ultimately failed. They backtracked on everything. But it seems like maybe it was just 2023 was an enormously successful year, and she's just like, okay, it's time for me to. I've reached the top. There's
Go out
nowhere
on
to
a
go
high
but
note.
down. Yeah, right.
I mean, that's generally a smart idea when it comes to most business type things. 'Cause, like, you're either an entrepreneur and you're selling your business when, you know, it's kind of at its early peak. That's ideally when you want to sell it. So, you know, or like in the experience of the company I work for, uh, when, you know, because it's a privately held thing, but we have like employee stock program sort of thing. It's weird and fun, but whenever that evaluation comes back big, we know there's going to be a shit ton of retirements at the end of the year.
Yes.
So, like, people will get out when the money is the best, and then be like, you know what, we're doing pretty good. I don't really want to work anymore. Fuck everything.
I'm gonna move to New Hampshire and live in a van down by the river. That's how I imagine myself one day. Filthy fucking rich, living like a hobo.
Someone was thinking it.
Oh, jeez. There was something else in there that occurred to me that I should ask you guys, but the thought has exited my mind.
I'm sure it'll return at some point.
A thought? In Doc's mind? No. Prison Architects 2 release has been delayed due to new technical challenges. Its sentence extended until September. Oh.
Yeah, easy now.
So yeah, Prison Architect 2 is gonna look like it looks like a South Park game. But yeah, this is they're experiencing technical challenges. Womp womp. But this is, I think Prison Architect is also owned by Paradox at this point. Yeah, it is owned by, oh, we're fucked. Yeah. This is going to be a Paradox release, which means if City Skylines 2 is any indication, this is going to be a fucking shit show. Alright, back to racing.
I'm racing on a giant fucking Hot Wheels track. This is great.
Everybody loves Hot Wheels.
I'm living out my childhood fantasy right now. One of them, not all of them.
As long as it's the fantasy about cars and not the other ones. I love the look of intense concentration on Zero's face.
Yeah, it is. I get very into these games.
I noticed. You've been barely able to make you crack.
What?
So
Why are you laughing at me?
Zero, what did you do today? Well, I went to the park about 4 hours ago. Some girl gave me a pill, and I haven't blinked in 3 hours. Alright. I had more. Oh, we have tons more. Yeah, you know how we were talking about Ubisoft being dicks, pulling people's licenses for the crew because they're shutting down their game as a service? Nintendo's doing the same thing.
Shocker.
So, Super Mario Maker fans got to say goodbye to their game, but Sony just unceremoniously pulled the plug on Little Big Planet and 16 years of community creations.
At
So,
least Nintendo like announced it was going to happen and gave people time to, you know, deal with it, time to process it. I guess they just pulled the plug over there.
yeah, I'm not clear in this article whether or not they announced, if Sony announced that Super Mario Maker was getting closed down, and then, because this article makes it sound like Nintendo informed people that Super Mario Maker was going to get shut down, but then, out of the blue, they unceremoniously pulled the plug on Little Big Planet.
No, Little Big Planet was Sony. Like they're saying, Nintendo gave people warning, but here's this other example where they just pulled the plug.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. The quote would be, unfortunately, it seems a temporary situation has now become permanent due to ongoing technical issues which resulted in the Little Big Planet 3 servers for PS4 being taken offline temporarily in 2024. The decision has been made to keep the servers offline indefinitely. So all online services, including access to other players' creations for Little Big Planet 3, are no longer available. That's, yeah. I didn't play it, but I can imagine how shitty that is.
I hate to say that Ubisoft said this weeks ago, or what, months ago, but people needed to start getting used to games as not owning their games, which is stupid because once I pay $60+ for a game, that game should be mine. I shouldn't just be purchasing a fucking license to play the game. The game should be mine.
Yeah, that was that was during some conference where the CEO of Ubisoft came out and was just like, everybody needs to get used to games as a service. Everyone needs to get used to not owning the games that they play. And he went on to say that we have plenty of services like this already. You don't own the things that you stream through Netflix. You don't own the things that you, et cetera, et cetera. I was just like, you're giving people good reasons to buy seaworthy vessels.
Well, when so much of a game happens through official servers, that's the risk that we run into. This isn't a game about, or this isn't an issue over piracy or not, because, you know, if you pirate a game, you're not on the official servers anyway. If they've got any sort of DRM going, you might be able to play the game, but getting on official servers is different.
So yeah, the draw for games as a service is that you're in a community playing with other people online, and I don't know, beyond the activities that you can do with one another, I guess the shit that you can show off to your friends, your glitter, maybe. So yeah, that's gonna be, I picture that being the main draw to be focused on. It is being focused on. Still, it's shitty. Baldur's Gate 3 was not games as a service. I had a fucking hard copy of that.
Yeah, I think it's great when games are built and designed with that in mind, but unfortunately, that kind of restricts it by its very nature to only single player type games that don't require any sort of server support unless you make it all open P2P multiplayer.
Yeah, client side. I'm not exactly sure how multiplayer in Baldur's Gate 3 works, but there definitely is multiplayer.
I mean, the solution to this is they need to, if a game developer wants to run things on an official server, what they basically need to do is preemptively program in uh, a switch that will one day turn it to a local hosting private servers when they want to no longer provide official support for the game.
Or
Like that to
just
me is kind of the only solution where if they want to have control over it, but then one day they don't want to mess with it anymore, then just fucking let people have it. Let it switch to some
right.
sort of P2P solution instead of centralized servers.
Or you can throw your netcode up onto GitHub and let people run their own fan servers. I mean, there are a couple great ways to go about this, which other games have done previously. And yeah, I agree that should be the norm. Oof. Fuck you, Sony. But then again, Sony is extremely unfriendly to anybody playing anything but an official version of their game, or playing on anything but an official server for their game. Sony and Nintendo. Big jerks.
I mean, it's not exactly uncommon.
No, I suppose not.
I mean,
I
how
guess
much
I
Call
just...
of Duty is happening on unofficial servers? I'm pretty sure all of that is also centralized, like all that kind of Xbox, kind of
I actually don't know.
Xbox Live shit, right?
I don't know as many examples for EA, Activision, or Ubisoft, but I know CS Counter-Strike did a weird thing where I don't think you can play original Counter-Strike anymore, can you? It's all CSGO 2 now.
Yep.
And yeah,
you can still play CSGO. It's just there's nobody playing it.
Oh, interesting. See, I didn't know if they rolled CS2 into... if they basically treated CS2 as a patch for regular CSGO. And so, yeah, everybody who was... I know that everybody who had an account on CSGO got an account on CSGO 2 because they released that article about how if you got permabanned from CSGO, you're not getting into CSGO 2. And I thought that was hilarious.
And all the gamers were sad.
And all the gamers praise Lord Gaben. He's doing well now. He's lost a bunch of weight. And he still looks like the quintessential gamer. Okay, last article. A hotel made famous by The Shining caught fire. But it was a 3-alarm commercial fire, but the firefighters have gotten it under control. And no injuries were reported. Ooh.
Good.
Where can I watch The Shining? Mm. Oh my god. But yeah. The Timberline Lodge was first built in 1933 and was named as a National Historic Landmark in 1977. And, thanks to the quick work of firefighters, it remains standing today, despite last night's major fire.
Now, I wonder if they're going to release how the fire was started. Or if it was just like a spontaneous thing.
Usually, for established buildings that just sort of catch fire, it usually has something to do with maintenance or renovations. Recently, there was a stock exchange in Europe that was a historical building that caught fire because they were renovating part of the building. It had a famous historical spire. God damn. Learned about it in art history. And I can't remember the name because it's some crazy Dutch.
As long as it didn't send you spiraling.
Yay.
Nah.
We haven't heard from Cyberleetness in a long time.
We haven't.
I wonder how Cyberleetness is doing. Probably well. Are you doing well, Cyberleetness?
Maybe.
Nope. Well, maybe is better than not.
Oh, yeah.
It's just such a poor substitute for the real lateness.
Is it though? Sorry. Hi, future Leetness.
Wow.
I miss you, lateness. Listen to that.
It was too easy. He had a great end to his week last week. He worked miracles and got an application running. So hopefully he had a nice relaxing weekend.
Yay!
Well, hopefully he had a nice relaxing weekend apart from the part where his vet fat-shamed his dog.
That's a dick.
Doggo's just a little pudgy. There's more of him to love.
Doctor looked at my dog and said she needed to lose 4 pounds.
So she
It's
is
like, are you
4
fat
pounds.
shaming my dog?
Your dog's tiny.
Not really. She's like 18, 19 pounds. So
Oh, okay.
he's not a miniature dachshund by any stretch.
Angus has gotten really big. I remember when he was a solid 10 pounds. Now I think he's up to 20-something. He's not fat. He's running around every which way.
I remember when you first posted pictures of Angus. The cutie.
Tiny little Hellraiser. Yeah, we had a rough patch there for about 6 months. He was being a real shit. But he's calming down now. He's passing out of the Velociraptor phase.
Ah.
So he'll be a good doggo for the next, I don't know, 15, 20 years. He'll live forever.
Yes. Always.
Alright, that's all I got. That's all the articles. Aside from the metric shit ton of Fallout vomit that Zero just smeared all over the Cox channel. Did you know that there's a Fallout show? Did you know that Fallout players are enjoying the Fallout show?
Shut up, Doc. Don't make fun of my...
People are enjoying it.
It's true.
Did you know that Fallout was a video game before it was a show? I'm sorry.
I didn't. Tell me more, Doc.
I never...
Regale me. Regale me.
I'm sure at one point or another I played a Fallout game because I can vaguely... like BioShock, I can vaguely remember playing that game, so I probably did play it at some point, but it left very little impression on me. So I'm not into the Fallout universe. I know really nothing about it.
Then you didn't play the game hard enough.
I think you're right.
You didn't play it with anime waifu big titty mods.
You're probably right.
Tell us how hard you played it, Zero.
So hard.
How hard were you when you played it? Is that what we're asking?
About
I think so.
how hard on you on a level of
one of us has to do this. You go.
on a hardness scale of oak to redwood, I was applewood.
Oh no, you want on a hardness scale all the way up to African ebony.
Oh, okay.
That's the hardest
Did
tree.
you know that balsa is technically a hardwood? Because hardwood versus softwood has nothing to do with the wood's hardness.
Well, that makes very little sense. It's
More
almost
like a type. It's like a classification of plant. Like some woods are hardwoods and some woods are softwoods.
It's almost as if the English language wasn't thought out in advance. Oh, Zero, I appreciate the level of disdain that you had in your voice when you told me I did not play Fallout hard, Big Titty Waifu mod hard enough. Because you're right. If that's a thing that exists in Fallout, then that is probably a thing that I should try.
Yes, Fallout 4 specifically.
So that's what would get me to play Fallout would be the mod scene to see how far I could take things and how ridiculous I could make it to the point that I would wind up no longer playing Fallout at all. It would be a completely unrecognizable game, and my reference points and my experiences would probably vary greatly.
Yes, it would.
You'd just be like, yeah, you think you play Fallout. You didn't play Fallout. And then I'd be like, you didn't play Fallout. There were no enemy titties. Classic gamer argument.
That attitude. Sure, you can manage it. You're resourceful.
Yeah, sometimes.
But not on Tuesdays, damn it.
Yeah,
that's my day
Tomorrow's
off.
Tuesday.
Got 2 hours. 2 hours before
Tuesday?
I have 48 hours before the Lost Ark reset.
You sound so frustrated by that.
Doc, did you notice I put real tree camo on my Mini Cooper off-road vehicle? Because I'm from Southwest Virginia.
I gotta be honest with you, that doesn't look like a real tree.
It isn't. It's knockoff because because Xbox could not get fucking real tree.
That's hilarious. You go into a hunting shop and they're just like, do you have real tree camo? And they show you the hunter jackets and all the pants and everything. You're just like, that's not a real tree.
Well, clearly y'all need to branch out.
That's a 3-pointer.
Get to the root of the problem, maybe?
Oh God.
Acceptable.
It's getting worse.
That's all downhill from here.
Well, you know me, I won't leave it alone.
Oh,
Acceptable.
Jesus.
Tree puns are so easy.
They are. They're like bear puns.
I can barely stand it.
Yeah.
Acceptable.
But you do have to have the correct qualifications.
Unacceptable.
See? What the fuck?
Koala. That's not a bear, it's a marsupial.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That joke was a little grisly.
Acceptable.
Oh, Masami, there was a Xena pun the other day, and I thought of you. So there was an episode where Gabrielle got drugged, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
And Xena told her to stay put in a cave while she went and figured out what the hell was wrong with everybody. And Gabrielle just shows up, and Xena's like, what the hell are you doing here? And Gabrielle's like, this rock told me that I needed to come and see you. A rock told you? Yeah. Its voice was a little gravelly, but I understood it.
Oh, Jesus
Acceptable.
Christ.
It went by so fast. I wondered if anybody watching this on network television picked that up. But I thought if anyone did, you would.
Yes. Yeah. I actually remember that episode. So, if I may ask, what inspired you to go back and rewatch Xena?
It's the perfect thing to watch while I play Lost Ark.
Okay, that's fair. I accept it.
The feel of both of the atmospheres is just perfect. There aren't a lot of people dressed up like penguins in Xena, but apart from that,
I can see it. I can see it, actually. Because, I mean, at the very least, you're on kind of the same part of the world. You know, Korea and New Zealand.
That's
Close enough.
Okay, my
Filmed
favorite.
in New Zealand.
Yeah, it was. It totally was.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Xena is her utter contempt for the laws of physics. My second favorite thing about Xena is how she could give two shits about geography. All right. One week we're in Troy. The next week we're in Sparta, and then the week after that Gabrielle has to walk home to her village in Thermopylae or something, and it's just okay.
Yeah,
Never mind,
like
that's
that.
an island. But yeah, Gabrielle just walks home, and then at the end of the episode, she walks back to wherever the hell else and finds Xena. It's like, people used to take it, the Trojan War was 10 years of fighting. Not because they liked fighting that much, but because the supply line between Sparta and Troy was hella long. There were many reasons that the war lasted that long, but Jesus fucking Christ, people spent their entire lives walking from place to place in Greece, in one country. But yeah, anyway, it's great. Filmed in New Zealand, ostensibly in Greece.
Mhm.
Good times. So how should we roll this out? How should we go out? Should we sing the Xena theme song?
You don't want me singing.
Da 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 Xena. I need to get I should bring my tambourine up because they're all those notes that at the end of everything. It's great. I will be doing a dungeon in Lost Ark, and I will stop everything so that I can raise my hands and snap my fingers to go.
Oh, we can add a fuck Ares at the end of the show because fuck Ares.
Oh yeah, that piece of shit.
Yeah. I mean, he's hot as hell, but fuck him.
He's a very attractive man.
Right? Like, who?
There were a bunch of
I
people.
was in middle school. I was going through puberty when I saw this thing, so
Hey, wait until I get deeper into the series and Julius Caesar shows up.
oh Jesus, right? Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, I know that's coming.
Like a freight train.
Oh my.
Yeah, Ares pretending to be Xena's dad, not cool.
Yeah.
Stop. Thank you everybody for coming along. We'll be back same time, same place next week. Penis, fuck Winnie the Pooh. Fuck Ares. Fuck Harry's. Oh, there's nothing wrong with being Harry. Unless you're Winnie the Pooh, or Putin, or Elon, or Vince, or Linus. Fuck all of them. Or Nestle. Oh, Harry Chocolate.
Oh no.